What if one morning you stepped outside and noticed something strange in the sky? The aurora, that shimmering green light usually seen only near the poles, now stretched across every horizon. It danced above your city, glowing even under the midday sun. Your phone suddenly lost signal. The radio crackled with static. Then, in one terrifying instant, all power vanished. The lights, the satellites, even the compass in your hand, all gone. The invisible force that once protected us had disappeared. Earth had lost its magnetic field. Welcome to Bright Mind Station, where we turn impossible what-ifs into journeys through science. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Bright Mind Station, like the video, and share your choice in the comments below. The invisible guardian beneath our feet. Deep below your feet, about 3,000 kilometers down, lies a restless ocean. Not of water, but of molten iron and nickel. This metallic sea swirls and churns as the Earth spins, creating powerful electrical currents. Those currents generate an invisible magnetic field that stretches far into space, wrapping our planet in an electromagnetic cocoon. It's this field that makes a compass point north. It's what helps migratory birds find their way across continents. Most importantly, it's what shields us from the deadly radiation of the sun and cosmic rays from deep space. Without this invisible guardian, Earth would be exposed, like a planet stripped naked before the cosmic storm. The moment the shield collapses. When Earth's magnetic field begins to die, it doesn't happen all at once. It fades, slowly at first, then all at once. Over centuries, the motion of molten metal in the core begins to slow. Electric currents weaken. Compasses start pointing slightly off. Birds lose their sense of direction. Satellites send confusing data. Then, suddenly one day, every compass on Earth spins wildly before freezing in place. The poles, north and south, vanish. The magnetic field collapses completely. For the first time in human history, Earth is unshielded. And that's when the sun attacks. The solar wind strikes. The sun constantly releases a stream of charged particles called the solar wind, a river of plasma traveling through space at nearly 1.5 million kilometers per hour. Normally, Earth's magnetic field deflects most of it, shaping it into a protective bubble called the magnetosphere. But without that shield, the full force of the solar wind slams directly into our atmosphere. Radiation floods the sky. Satellites short-circuit. GPS signals vanish. The power grid begins to fry as electromagnetic surges ripple through electrical lines. Within hours, modern civilization begins to fail. The sky turns into a surreal painting. Glowing green, blue, and violet auroras cover every corner of Earth. It looks breathtakingly beautiful, but beneath the glow lies invisible death. Every burst of color in the sky represents solar energy striking the upper atmosphere, the sky that starts to bleed. Without magnetic protection, the solar wind begins to peel away Earth's atmosphere, atom by atom. Hydrogen and oxygen escape first, carried into space by the constant solar bombardment. Over months, satellites record a slow but unstoppable thinning of the air. It's the same process that transformed Mars from a blue world into a red desert billions of years ago. Once Mars had rivers, clouds, even oceans. But when its core cooled and its magnetic field vanished, the solar wind stripped its atmosphere clean. What was once a warm, living planet became a frozen graveyard of dust. The age of darkness begins. As the solar storm rages, our machines are the first to fall. Electrical grids fail as long cables act like antennas, channeling massive surges of current that melt transformers and ignite fires. Airplanes lose navigation. Satellites burn up in orbit. Astronauts, once floating in safety, now face a lethal storm of radiation with no protection. On the ground, communication networks collapse. Hospitals lose power. Stock markets vanish. The entire global infrastructure, built on the assumption of electromagnetic stability, falls apart in days. Civilization doesn't burn, it shorts out. Humanity is left in a world that hums with silent static. The radiation era. With no magnetic shield, high-energy cosmic rays begin to penetrate deeper into Earth's atmosphere. These rays break apart molecules, creating radioactive isotopes and generating a steady rain of radiation that reaches the surface. At first, it's barely noticeable, a slight rise in background radiation. Sunburns appear faster. Electronics corrode and fail. Plants struggle to grow. Cancer rates soar. DNA damage spreads through generations. Earth enters a new epoch, one ruled not by light, but by radiation. The climate unravels. As solar particles tear at the upper atmosphere, the air itself begins to change. The ozone layer, our protection against ultraviolet rays, weakens dramatically. More UV radiation reaches the surface, heating some regions while cooling others. The balance that stabilized global weather for millions of years collapses. Storms become unpredictable. Jet streams wander. Rain falls where deserts once stood, while fertile lands dry up and crack. The skies glow strangely at night as ionized gases swirl in new patterns. The world's climate becomes an unpredictable chaos, not warming or cooling, but both at once, switching between extremes. When the machines go silent, without magnetism, even our technology loses its memory. Hard drives, generators, electric motors all rely on stable magnetic fields to function. Data becomes corrupted. Power generation efficiency drops. Planes, trains, and even simple compasses no longer work as designed. The world grows quieter, not because of peace, but because everything has stopped. The hum of power lines disappears. The glow of cities fades. Life tries to adapt, but even in disaster, life refuses to surrender. Deep underground, in caves and oceanic vents, microbes continue to thrive. Shielded by rock and water, they live on, unaffected by the storm above. On the surface, plants begin to adapt. Some evolve thicker leaves and radiation-resistant pigments. A red planet is born. After thousands of years, Earth itself begins to transform. With the atmosphere eroded, less light is scattered. The blue sky fades to a ghostly white. Oceans shrink as water escapes into space. Dust and oxidized minerals turn the continents crimson. From orbit, Earth begins to resemble Mars, a red world where blue once ruled. The hidden survivors. Yet, deep beneath this scorched crust, life still stirs. Entire civilizations move underground, building colossal domes beneath the surface. They live by geothermal energy and artificial light, watching auroras flicker through cracks in the ground above them. These descendants of humanity no longer see the magnetic field as science. They see it as legend. Could this really happen? This isn't just science fiction. It's science in slow motion. Earth's magnetic field is already weakening. The poles are drifting faster than ever, around 60 kilometers per year. North becomes south, and the field temporarily collapses. The lesson of the invisible shield. The magnetic field has no color, no sound, and no form. It holds everything we love. It protects, nurtures, and balances our world without ever asking for attention. Losing it would remind us that the most powerful forces in the universe are often the ones we never see. Because in the end, curiosity isn't just what keeps us asking questions, it's what keeps us alive. If you enjoyed this journey into the unseen power of our planet, hit that like button, subscribe to Bright Mind Station, and bell the ring. Because here, imagination meets physics, and even the invisible can change everything.